Hello, and welcome to another BTFO. Today we're going to be talking about relay and caught stealing. Um, so, starting with relay, this is a newish. I'm a little behind on this film for 2025. Starring Riz Ahmed and Lily Adams. I think I got her name right. But I was kind of surprised, honestly, because I had seen the trailer and I thought it looked intriguing. I also thought it might fit into the 1 to 2 word action film category, and it really doesn't. It is different enough from those films. It's not very action focused, but I was surprised because it is a Bleecker Street movie, which I've had really bad experiences with them. Just about everything I've seen from them has been garbage, and this was not. This is actually like fairly good. I wouldn't say it's the greatest film ever, um, but like I quite liked what it had to offer, I guess. Where basically the premise is that Riz Ahmed works as a relay service where essentially he is a person that like people who have internal company secrets that it's like they decide I don't want to go to the authorities with these, but like I want to give the information back to the company, and I want the company to leave me alone. Essentially, he acts as the like broker between the person and the company, the arbiter of that deal. And so throughout most of the movie, we get to see him helping Lily Adams with that, and sort of all the complications that can come about from the company, and from the things that she does, and some of the things that he does. And it's really neat. It's got a couple twists and turns that like work, and I like, because he is definitely, Riz Ahmed's character is definitely the most fleshed out in the movie, and they do a pretty good job of like fleshing him out, of giving him a full motivation. Like he has little character quirks and stuff, and like that's all really neat. I wish the other characters would get that, because like Lily Adams is the next closest, where like she kind of gets her character bits in here and there, but for a big portion of the movie, she's just kind of damsel in distress. And then like the bad guy team with Sam Worthington. Sam Worthington and the guy who played Squid on Penguin. I just found him funny because he is just playing the exact same character that he played in Penguin. And like, he's probably the most fun of the villains, because Sam Worthington, he's an actor who I really believe he can act. I just think most people know him from Terminator Salvation and the Avatar movies. And for some reason, a lot of films, including this one, kind of like to just cast him as generic action man, which really sucks. I don't know if you've seen the FX Hulu mini-series Under the Banner of Heaven. He does a really good job in that at playing like quite a complex character, and you really get to see his acting range in that. And like I said, this doesn't really take advantage of that. He's just kind of like generic action bad guy throughout it. It's like, oh, okay, like that's, he could have done a bit more. And I think overall that's pretty much my like thought on the movie, is that like what you have is good, but it could be better. Like, you know, you've got a really solid baseline. If you just had a few touch-ups and tweaks, this could be a really great film. Whereas right now I think it sits at like, no, this is good. Like, this is a good, solid movie. But it could be a lot better. And I guess that kind of brings us into Caught Stealing, which I feel almost solves any issues I had with Relay, which is kind of odd because they're not at all like, because Relay is definitely like more of a spy thriller, whereas Caught Stealing is more of an action drama, I guess. It's one of those movies that doesn't fit super neatly into a genre, but it is a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed Caught Stealing. Caught Stealing might be my favorite film of the year. Obviously the year's not over yet, and but like it's up there with Weapons. It's kind of hard because they're so different to say which one I really like more, but Caught Stealing is really good. I would just highly recommend going and seeing it. And like the basic premise is that you've got Hank, played by Austin Butler, his neighbor Matt Smith goes, he has to leave for a bit, and then basically he ends up finding out like relatively quickly that Matt Smith was involved in like quite a bit of different stuff, and so he's got a whole bunch of different interested parties that are like coming and knocking at his door and trying to figure out like where Matt Smith is, and he like meets a couple of Russian guys and they like beat the shit out of him, and like it's one of those things where it's really simple, but it's also really effective when you just give character to these like minor villains, because you have I forget what his actual name is. It's like Mycroft or something, or Microbe. But like you've got the little Russian guy with like the big birthmark or something on his face. Then you've got the like bigger Russian guy. The bigger Russian guy is like the really calm, collected one, whereas Microbe is like kind of feisty, like a little bit crazy, and so they make a fun little team. And then later you get Colorado, who is a Puerto Rican villain, and so he's quite a bit of fun with the way that he goes about it. And then like you have the detective lady that helps Hank, like she's got her own like situation going on, and then you've also got the two Hebrews, the Drucker brothers. They're quite a bit of fun, especially with their like back and forth between each other. But yeah, and it's a lot of fun. It tells a like pretty serious story, but manages to do that in a really fun way. And I really like the fact that I'm trying to think how best to describe it. It keeps you on your toes, essentially. It's one of those movies where, like, the first time through, when you don't know what's gonna happen, it really kind of does feel like anything could happen. Like, it feels like you could just switch protagonists at, like, any moment. You know, anyone could die at any moment. Like, it's never like, okay, this character's safe. Like, you don't have to worry about them dying. It's like, no, if a person's gonna die, they're gonna die. Like, the script really does not play favorites with people, which is super refreshing to see. And like, you know, it does a lot of the really good things, like setup and payoff. It's got a lot of really fun recurring gags, like fuck off Dale, or Dwayne. I think it's Dwayne. But yeah, or maybe it's Dave. Fuck off Dave. I think that's it. But they've got like a neighbor that everyone throughout the film, everyone just keeps telling him to fuck off. And it's pretty funny. I would recommend both of these films, actually. I would definitely recommend Caught Stealing over Relay, but in the end, I think you're not going to go wrong watching either of these films. Relay, I think, might be out of theaters by now. I think it only got a limited theatrical run. But Caught Stealing, as far as I'm aware, should still be in theaters. So please go check out Caught Stealing while you can. I would really recommend it. And that'll be it for today. So bye-bye.